Hello, Christ, once again. Yeah, we thank God we are living. Today, we are jumping straight away to our tutorials. We are continuing from our tutorials, and today we are going to talk more about if statements, how to use if statement, and if time does not catch, we'll talk about the switch statement as well, and the for loop and others. But more precisely, we are starting straight away by looking into the if statement. I think I've teach or talked about how to open the IDE, the NetBeans IDE. I also move on by talking about how to create a class and how to create a project. I also move by showing you how to print out hello world and how to accept user input as well. So today we are moving straight away by looking through the if statement, how to use the if statement. So I believe you open your IDE for now. My own has been already been opened, so I just open my IDE. My project name is what I was about to use it to write a project about student, how to calculate the GPA of a student, but unfortunately, precisely, I just remember somebody just prompted me that I told them that I would talk much about the if statement, and I didn't do it. Then I said, let me pause, then let me move straight away by doing these tutorials for the love of the game. So my project name now that I'm using is student GPA with my class name at the same time. So let us import, because we are going to talk much. We are going to import java.util.scanner. Okay, let me give you a little story. Forgive me, just a little story. Okay, a man was living with his family. Okay, and every morning the family requested for a food. The man is rich enough to provide, and the man doesn't know the taste of the family. So everybody will come early in the morning by requesting for a food. And some of them say, I like binkum, some of them say, I love fufu, others too, I'll eat this, I'll do it, I'll do this. That means everybody is trying to make his own choice. Everybody is trying to make his own choice. So let's say, and one Friday, a certain one of the family member just make early in the morning, he just came to the man by saying, brother, I need fufu. And the man said, no, today there is no fufu in the house, but there is rice there. So at this moment, the request or the choice that the member of the family made was not be fulfilled, but rather an alternative, that is rice. You see? So this is the short story about if statement. I just want you to get if statement. That's why I just make a short story. That is why when you move to economics, you have something called scale of preference. You see, when you don't make this one, or opportunity cost. If you don't make this one, you make this one. Okay, that is if statement. If statement normally is a conditional statement. It's a conditional statement. So if the thing, let's say you didn't get this, you should do this. If you didn't get book, then I should get what? A pen. Okay, that's if statement. So this is the short story, and I know you enjoy our story. Sorry. So let us do another thing. And remember, last week I talked about this. Our package name already been built. We import the Java library. That is the API library. It's already there. Okay. Then our class name, that's student GPA, that was the name I was about to use, but this one we are teaching about if statement. Sorry, forgive me. and our main method too is there. So right now you need to call our scanner API. Scanner input is equal to new scanner system dot out. Let us bring out scanner input is equal to new scanner. Let's see what is wrong. Hey, sorry, it's system.in, not system.out. System.in. Okay. So as you were saying, so right now we are going to use the if statement to write a simple what? A simple, let's say when you switch on your computer and there is a password on it, you have to input that password. Okay, example, your phone, when you switch on your phone or your phone gets into the sleep mode, the moment you press the switch key, you have to do what? Import the input the password. And let's say when you input the password wrongly, the phone will say a wrong password. So right now, this is what we are going to write. We are going to write a phone password when the phone is at sleep. That is the code that you are going to write it right now. And you are using if statement, the conditional statement, the opportunity cost. I call if statement as opportunity cost. That means if the thing does not mean this, it should mean that. You see? Okay, so let us move straight away. So right now you need what? You are doing sorry, I was trying to add a username, but for the love of the class, let me just move straight away by doing our phone what? Login. So the variable or the data type you use here, because it's a password, let us use string. Let us use a string. Okay, so string what? Password. String password is equal to this quotation mark. I will explain. Okay, today I'm explaining a lot for you to understand. Okay, we are using what? A string data type with the variable name what? Password. Okay, and this I think I wrote some program, and a certain guy asked me what is the meaning of this quotation mark without anything inside. This quotation mark is there for the user to do what? Do something inside. Let us ask ourselves, when you start typing your password of your phone, where does it go? Where does it be stored? You see, so we are storing the password that we are going to input in where? In here. So we are going to store a certain password. Like, let's say when you get a phone, you just move to the settings, you move to security, you input a password, and they say try again. You input it again, they say this is your password. So the moment you set that password and you press the switch key to turn off your phone, the next thing to do is to do what? Open the phone with that password. Okay, so today this is what we are going to do. We are going to store a password, your password, not my password. Remember, your password. That's what you're going to store. So the next thing is system. That means we are displaying the user, we are prompting the user. System.out.print. Let me use the shortcut so that you go fast. The print, the quotation mark, enter your password. Okay, let me remove the N line. Remember last week I explained a lot about the lin. Okay, so the variable has been already been declared. So let us call the variable. So password is equal to what? Input, that's our API. Input dot what? In string use what? Next or next line. Okay, for the love of the class is what? Let me use the next what? Line. Okay, I'll bring my quotation. Let me bring my distance. Sorry, my computer is trying to make off. Forgive me. So as we are waiting for the computer to load, we started by declaring our variable name list. Sorry, it has been okay, fine. So right now we move to the phone, we create a password. Okay, we switch on our phone by inputting that password. That's why I just wrote what? Enter what? I just write enter what? Your password. So we are going to make a certain condition that if the password is equal to the password I just that I made, then log in into my system. But if the password is wrong, don't go there. That's the if statement that we are come to talk about. So the condition is what? It's stated by the if and the condition in the bracket. So if what? If password is equal to, so right now you're going to store that password. You're going to store that password. So if password is equal to what? For this matter, let me use if password is equal to what? See, the way we are inputting the password, the same thing that you have to input. So password is equal to what? Anitech. If password is equal to Anitech Media. Easy. So this is the password that I have stored. If the password is equal to what? Anitech Media. You see, then system.out. If you don't understand anything, leave a comment and I will turn to you by explaining a lot for you to understand. System.out, login successful. Login successful. Let me copy this. That is it, display. Sorry. Wrong password. Wrong password. Try again. So this is our code. This is the if statement. So here, when you see here, this is our condition. Remember the story. The man came one day by asking for what? Fufu. And unfortunately, there is no fufu. So the alternative is what? Rice. The same thing applies here. If password is equal to what? Anitech Media, then we should display login successful. X, because I didn't get what? Fufu, the next alternative should be what? Rice. I can choose to take the rice and I can choose not to take the rice. Okay, so if the password is equal to Anitech Media, you should log in successful. If the password is not Anitech Media, you should log in what? Wrong password. Try again. Let us run our code. Bam 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 bam. Boom. Our code has run. So for the love of the game, let us input the correct password and see. So Anitech Media. Bam. You see, Hey, you say what? Anytech Media, wrong password. Try again. I'm coming. Let us go back and see how you spell the Anytech. Enter password. Anytech Media. Anytech Media. Okay, let me explain something here. So that you too you will not forget. You see, in Java programming, when you are going to hold something with that comparing to something, you see, instead of using the double equal sign, this is what you do. You use the spelling of equal. You see, the moment I type, this one do what? Pop up. You see, so we are going to use what? This equal sign rather. If you don't understand something, prompt me. I'm ready to explain everything. You see, so let us run our program. Okay, let us input the code again. Anytech Media. Boom. Login successful. You see, catch it there. Anytech space successful. Let us run for the alternative. So let's say, let me enter my password. Let me enter my name down here for the love of the game. You say what? Wrong password. Try again. So class, this is what I have for you. I hope you remember the story. Don't forget the story, and remember to subscribe to Anytech Media for the love of the game. Okay, remember this. You see, when you are going to, like, let's say you are going to you're about to hold something. Let's say, for example, don't be confused. Just explain the equals, the spelling of equal sign, and the by symbol. Okay, so let's say I first declare something. So if age is equal to 19, you see, this one, there was a certain condition that has been what said it already. You see, by this one we are just holding something, some characters, some text. You're holding a string text, so you can use the double equal sign. So what you're supposed to use is what? The dot equals this. Okay, so thank you class. Continue our lesson next time by moving straight away to the loop condition. Thank you.